Hello everyone and welcome. We are here, we are live, we are ready to go, and we are back in our planet landing going to Jool. That was the winner of the poll to send to try and land on Jool's moons. Now for those people that are new to this series started a little less than a year ago when I crossed 10,000 subscribers. I've now crossed 20,000 subscribers, so yay! And in that series I said, I'm going to just do like a 12-hour, no, I think it was a little over 10 hours actually, marathon and land on as many planets or as many moons and planets as I could, and I landed on 6 during that 10-hour stretch. And that was so much fun. Every once in a while, I come back to it. So I have since then done a continuation of that, landed on Moho, and then I took another break from it, then came back to it, and I landed on Tylo and Dres. And that leaves for the final, that's 9, and you can see I got 9 of 15 up here, so there's 6 more to do, and those are the 5 moons of Jool, which is what this stream and perhaps probably the next one is going to be about. And then Eve, I'm saving Eve for last. So yeah, and with all of these, my plans, to say they're half-baked I think is being generous. I go in with kind of a fraction of a plan, see how it goes, wing it all, and then, you know, hopefully things will work out, and so far they've worked out okay. So the plan with this is going to be to land on, I want to land on all 5 of Jool's moons. Whether I will do that in a single mission, like a true kind of Jool 5 or not, I don't know. Tylo's obviously going to be the one that's the tough one. It may end up turning into a separate Tylo mission. I really don't know, because I've not really planned it out that well. Are we working here? Yes. Okay. Sorry, for a moment there, I glitched out. Okay. So hopefully, so that's going to be the thing. As I was saying, I'm going to go as many. I will definitely continue this until I get all 5 of Jool's moons. And then I'll take another break. And then at some point I'll come back to it and we'll do Eve. So let's get into the vehicle assembly building and take a look at kind of what it is. Now, if you've been watching, you know that my craft that I used to get to Moho was pretty ridiculous. And then I used more or less the same craft to go to Tylo and to go to Dres. And I don't see why I should change, so let's keep going. So this here, this Santa's Castle of Iraq, I can't even zoom out far enough for it. Oh my god. This thing, oh my god, it just makes me laugh. This is the command vessel. There was actually the crewed vessel still went on top of it. That went out to Moho and back. It has a silly, ridiculous ton of... This isn't even right what it's showing for Delta V. There's no way that's right. So the Delta V is berserk on this thing. So I then used it to go to Tylo and to Dres, both of them in the same mission, and found out that I shouldn't have just gone unmodified with it, because it was completely lacking the antennas. So you might recall I had no communication most of the time. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start by launching this up, and then we'll put up the crew and we'll dock with it. But I want to do some modification to this thing. So a lot of this is just stupid boosters to get this up into Kerbin orbit. But what I want to do, if we go down to the core vessel down here, there's a few things here that are just flat out wrong. Number one, this antenna, it can't reach out to Jool, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Can I just put it there? Yeah. Also, this thing does have a science lab aboard, which doesn't make any sense because I have completed the tech tree a long time ago. So what I'm going to do... Let's see if we can, let's take the bottom half. Hopefully I won't end up botching this whole thing up. We're going to take the science lab out of it, chuck that away. Then we're going to bring this and come back up and just kind of stick that on the bottom. This will save us some weight too. I might need to recheck all the strutting after doing that. I don't know what's in this thing. What is in here? This thing was originally equipped with... Oh, there's a probe body, so okay, we'll keep that. And just some batteries. The science is unnecessary. Like I said, I've already done all the science there is available. There we go. And then we'll have to rebuild this fairing, if I can. Oh my gosh. This thing is so stupid. Oh, thank you, Luca, for the kind donation. I appreciate it. Can I rebuild the fairing with all of this idiocy on here? That is the question. Close and close. I hope that's okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. So hopefully that... oh, and I need that antenna back. I need to have a better antenna. I know that the Communitron 88 is a direct antenna that can go all the way to Jool. What would be its equivalent? I want to put a relay on it. So it has a... it's 100 Gs. Oh, I guess that would be the equivalent. The RA dash... There we go. So how big is this? Can I find a home for you? That is the question. Oh my golly. Where can you go? Oh, you're... Yeah, this is not going to be it. Oh, okay. So where can I put this where it's got a little bit of room? This might be interesting in of itself. Now that I'm looking at this. Did not think this through. Okay. Because if I stick it on the side... See how my plans are half-baked? It's gonna crack into all those. I got an idea. Let's throw it aside for now. Yeah. Let's remove this. Oh, and the docking port too. Up we go. And no, I need to make the hab module the docking port. That. Let's remove that. Let's replace the probe body with... Is it this one? Yeah, that one. And then I'm going to put on another... Here's my idea. To put on another fairing base. What's up here? Oh yeah, it's got the docking... Okay, yeah, this is going to work. So I'm going to put on another fairing base. Might lose this fairing base now that I'm looking at it. I think so. Anyway, sorry. Let's see. The 2.5 meter fairing base. Put that there. Don't want the fairing yet. Then I'm going to put on that big antenna again. And stick it right in the middle. So that's just to house the antenna. Now we're going to turn on the interstage nodes. Interstage nodes. There we go. And now I want to grab this. And stick you. Is that hitting part of... That's hitting part of the antenna. Give it a little bit more clearance than that. That works. We'll take away the... I guess we'll have to leave the truss structure. We'll just pretend. But what I can do... nose cone comes off. This comes off. This comes back down. I don't think I added too much weight to this. And now I can build the fairing the other way. Like... Is it all those... There's struts everywhere that I'm going to have to rebuild for sure. Up. Yep. Up. Close this on the nose cone. Let me close it. I saw it. There we go. And of course, we can try and take a look at it, but I think that'll work. And then now I got that big antenna. Let's rebuild a lot of this strutting, because I think this is... So... I'm assuming... I don't know the symmetry. It's on two-way symmetry. So I'm going to strut down to here. This one struts down to here. Hopefully this will fly. When I first built this thing, I did a test launch, not expecting it to fly, and it did. And I was so excited. Okay, how are the... It's hard to see what else is going on here, but there's lots of struts on the outside. They seem to still be attached to reasonable things. All right, what do we think? What do we think? What do we think? So what is this rocket for? This rocket is for carrying our ridiculous mission to Jool. And it was originally designed to go to Moho. Now she's going to Jool. That's the idea, but we're gonna... Well, what do you think? I think I'm ready to launch. The staging should all be okay. Oh no, I can tell it isn't, because the Separatrons are in. Oh, I don't have... What's going on here? There are no Separatrons on that? Okay, that's fine. Fine. There's a bunch of Separatrons up at the top here. Oh, that's for separating those guys. Okay, we'll figure that out at the top. No, this is actually making some degree of sense. Okay, let's take this fairing out of the staging. We're going to put it on clamshell deploy, 4 parts, lots of force, and we're going to go over to action groups. And on action group 5, we're going to stage that fairing. And we're going to... There should be a docking port in there. There it is. Decouple that node. And do I don't think I have... Quite often I've... Okay. Well, you know what? Whatever. It's ill-conceived. Let's see what happens. Obviously, no, this is completely stock. Everything is stock here. So this is, I guess, now Jool 1 command. Save. And, screw it. Let's see what happens. Oh, wait, I should check out what the bottom thrust to weight is like, because I'm changing the weights on this. 1.33? Oh, my golly. And then what's the 1.38? I don't think I'm going to adjust anything. Just going to leave it. Okay. I'm good. Okay. Save this and launch, and let's see what happens. This thing is a beast. It is absolutely ridiculous, this thing. It is probably the dumbest thing I've ever built. But it worked, so I'm going to keep using it. Sorry, the whole thing makes me laugh. Okay, so the idea of this is just simply to get this into... I'm going to go for a 100-kilometer orbit. The staging is too stupid to check, so we're just gonna kind of go with it. Yeah, let's do this. So SAS on, throttle up. Let's punch the engines, and it is lifting off the pad. Lifting off of the pad. Okay. So. And it's been months. I've put 2 of these up into orbit. One to go to Moho, one to go to Ilu and Dres. And I honestly, I don't know if there's something I need to worry about or whatever. I'm about to run out of a stage here. You can see that's coming. We're going to stage probably the big ones, I'm assuming. There they go. No Separatrons, just dropping straight away. Okay, okay. I'm okay with the ascent profile. Oh, we got booms going on here. Hey, this thing's flying. I don't care what anybody says. This thing is flying. So we're off to the next one. Yeah, I'm going to just stick on this ascent profile. I'm not doing anything. I'm just leaving it locked on prograde. Okay, maybe a little more. I want it to be as close to 90 as I can get it. Rolling's not fun. Don't roll. Come on. Okay, we're about to lose another Whoa, 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 whoa. I think we're okay. That didn't go clean. Oh my gosh. This thing. Go a little more this way. There we go. I'm getting it in a attitude that makes it look like I'm actually in some semblance of control of this thing. Whoa, I'm spinning. That was really lucky when those separated. I'm trying to get the rolling under control. Still a little bit on, it really wants to roll. I'm thinking I'm also very low. Very, very low. This is not good. I'm pitching up a little bit. Oh my gosh, the roll is out of control. Oh, I lost another. Ah, those are scary when they go. Okay. Okay, lock it back on prograde again. Alright, we're still here. We're still here. We're still going. I know there's things going in the chat, but I'm concentrating here, man. Okay. We're still here. Let me pitch up a little bit. I'm looking at my time to apoapsis. Okay, the rest of these boosters should do the job of getting this thing into orbit. My apoapsis is still, it's almost at 55 kilometers. We're off to a prestigious start, that's for sure. Okay. Let's lock this on the prograde. Can actually reduce thrust a little bit. Quite a lot, really. All right, so 66 kilometers on the apoapsis. Things are under some semblance of control now. All right. And then we got, what is this stage? Oh, that's that. Oh, I don't want that to happen. Here, we'll do that manually. Was obviously thinking of something. That's for those. Okay. Yeah, some Supertrons to help those go away probably wouldn't have been a bad idea, but if you're looking for me not doing bad ideas, you have tuned into the wrong stream. Okay, want to get the apoapsis up to 100 kilometers. And cut. Maybe a little more. Cut. There we go. Okay, doing okay. So I want to see if I can lose that nose cone. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait until let's get right out in space. Still 7 minutes from my apoapsis, so I think I have time to do some stupidity. Okay, I'm going to flip this around to retrograde. I want to lose the nose cone. Oh, look at that. Maybe this is not good. Okay. And it is slowly creeping over. Maybe a set of reaction wheels in the middle of all that wouldn't have been a bad plan, but did not do that. So basically, I'm going to just flip because there's no real ejection force on the nose cones, and I just don't want it in my way. So I'm turning around sort of semi-backwards here. And then we'll just keep going around, and hopefully I'll get around to prograde by the time this is all said and done. Okay, so I think I have that all set on 5. I'm going to do a quick save because I'm not sure. There we go. That worked out okay. All right, and now let's put this back on the prograde vector. Spin all the way around. So you can see our antenna in there. Actually, while this is all going, why don't I get an idea of... Oh, my periapsis is at 20 kilometers. This is not going to take anything to circularize, so this will be good. We'll let this get around to prograde again. Okay. So again, for people just tuning in, this was originally designed to go to Moho. It has been slightly modified, though not really much at all. And we're going to take it to Jool, and it should have a... It's not counting all of these in the delta V calculation. I'm not sure why. That's okay. Don't tell me it's stupid like it's some... No, we're good. And I want to have all that extra delta. I don't want to scale this down at all because we're going to be scooting between moons and all that kind of stuff. And how much that's going to cost, I don't know. I've never done anything like this before. Because we're going to have to get orbits around all the moons. James is asking, how did those fairing pieces slide so perfectly between everything? That is luck. I'll be honest. There was no real thought that went into that. What is my inclination like? Oh, 0.4 degrees. Well, that's okay, I think. All right, so we are now locked to prograde. Let's get closer to our apoapsis and finish this off. We've done most of our insertion. Our periapsis is already positive, so there's that. What's our electricity situation? Should be good. The crewed vessel has a ton of RTGs built into it, so once we've crewed this thing, the electricity won't be an issue. There probably still are solar panels hiding in here somewhere. Probably never took them off. Or maybe I did. I don't know. Oh yeah, I see them. Not that I can deploy them because there's a booster in the way. Color me shocked. Someone never expected this thing to get into orbit. I can't blame you. Not quite in orbit yet, but the tough part is behind us. Okay, so I'm going to get really close to my apoapsis before I start putting on the throttle here. Still got over 400 meters per second left in those boosters, so we'll use that on our Jool ejection. Start throttling this up. $90. There we go. 100 by 100. Close enough. That can turn off. I think I got a lot of electricity sitting on it. What would be using up the electricity right now? Turn the reaction wheels off, maybe? That's doing a lot. Okay. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. I think it's time. We'll just leave the... Oh, no, what I gotta do... Gotta use my... Because I have no idea when my Jool window's coming up. So we need to go to Jool. Jool. Let's create that burn. And... Can I remove this from the staging from here? Sorry, it's just bugging me that that's in the staging. Yeah. Right? Disable staging. Put it all the way to the top so I don't have to look at it. Okay. Created a node. It is 1,893.4 meters per second coming up in 168 days. So I'm going to trust... I shouldn't trust that. Let's go take a look, see what's going on. Jool, Jool, Jool. There we are. Oh, I'm not getting... I see the Jool encounter here, and then it's disappearing. So I must be... Let's get into the settings. Must be the... Conic patch limits at 2. No, let's put that all the way. We're going to need that when we go to do all of our thingies. So apply that, accept, resume. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's a Jool encounter. We can definitely work with that. Okay, so let's get back here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to use this alarm clock. I'm so not used to using this alarm clock. It's already created an alarm, but I want to create... Yes. Give me 30 days warning on this alarm that's coming up here. Right? Manual time. No. For the maneuver. There we go. Give me 30 days warning. That's what I'm looking at. Add that alarm. And we're going to get rid of this one. Okay, and we'll time warp to that in just a little bit. But I think for now, this is sitting in here fine. I think it's time to get back to the Space Center. And start thinking about cruise. Hello there, Clay. Welcome, Milena. Okay. And let's start thinking about... actually, no, let's time warp. That's what I should do. Warp to this. So everybody, if you're... This is the seizure warning time. So we're just warping to where our Jool window is. I gave myself 30 days lead time going into that maneuver so that if I... Well, I probably will have to do some... The ejection will probably be in 2 or 3 burns, so I want to give myself some time to sort of set that up. Oh my gosh. When? Oh, here we go. 8, 5, 3, 2... All right. And, yeah. Yeah, vanilla time warp. Okay, so we're almost there. Yeah, I started this stream... pure stock, and I'm sticking with pure stock. I mean, I did put in like ambient light adjustment just for the stream. That's it. Yeah, let's delete and that, and let's get into the space plane hangar and take a look at what's going to bring our crew up. All right, so the Moho one. Let's take a look at the evolution of this sad little vessel. So this was the original Moho one. If you've seen the streams, you know that it's prime. If it's an SSTO, it can get itself up into orbit and dock with the thing. That's why there's a docking port here at the back. But it also had the fun feature that it detached in the middle, and this front half became a lander. And this front half is capable of landing on Moho. So yeah, that was kind of fun. And then this turned into the Elu one, which is virtually the same thing, except I ripped out all the science and replaced them with a handful of RTGs because, you know, you're out towards Elu, Solar's not that useful, but it's the same thing. This guy went out, landed on Elu, landed on Dres. No problem whatsoever. In fact, if you can land on Moho, you can land on a lot of different, most of the airless worlds you can land on. And then I thought, well, why don't I just take this as it stands and try and land it on Lathe. And yesterday I just took this, I cheap menued my way into Lathe orbit, because Lathe is another place you can fly jets because there's oxygen in the atmosphere. Lathe does not provide a lot of opportunities for landing places, so I was trying to land this thing, and I thought I had it under control. I thought my landing was great. The air is thinner, so you need more airspeed to stay aloft. And every time I landed, it would just break in the middle here. Nothing exploding, it would just break in half. And I tried strutting this up. I tried using all other kinds of things. and it kept breaking no matter what I did. Auto strutting in there didn't help. So I ended up giving up on the flat out spaceplane slash airless lander and went with this. So this is what it is. Virtually still the same thing, except the docking ports here are gone. That's really all I did. So this is connected straight across. This thing still split in half when I landed. It was driving me crazy. So I finally bit the bullet and I put on a pile of parachutes. So the idea of this is to get to a nice spot. I have a spot in mind on lathe, land using the parachutes, get out a Kerbal, plant a flag, all of that kind of stuff, and then it'll fly back into orbit. And I practiced that, and it went flawlessly. It went easily. So this is going to be our crewed vessel. We're going to attach it to that monstrosity we just had. This thing will land on lathe without an issue, unless I mess up. But I'll have to come up with a separate lander to do the airless moons around Jool. So there we go. That's that. So let's crew this up, and we're going to take this thing out there. So you are not our crew. Every one of these missions, I have put on a fresh new crew named after my Patreons and YouTube members. So starting off fresh here for our pilot, we have Jelly Be Good Kerman, our engineer, Brad C. Kerman, and then two scientists, J.K. Kerman and Lex L. Kerman. So that is our crew. I do have my settings set so that these folks will level up automatically. So as they achieve things, they will level up. Okay, so other than that, I think this thing's ready to go. So yeah, let's just launch, and we're gonna need to get to our command vessel. And in those streams where I went to Moho, I did do the full build of all of this kind of stuff. So if you want to go back in the playlist, there's a link in the description, and you want to see me building this thing, or the thing that was its predecessor, then you are welcome to do that. But right now, we are just going to target our command vessel here. And I guess we'll do a little bit of time warping. How long this thing's going to take forever to get to orbit. So we'll time warp around here-ish. Sure. A little further. That should be good. It'll still be ahead of us. Okay. SAS on. Put the view to free. There we go. I can see I'm on a jaunty angle. That should be there. These should be open. I just want to check this. Yep. And this should be on closed, no, air breathing mode. Where does it say that? Yeah, air breathing mode. Okay, so everything there is fine. Okay, take the brakes off and punch it. And straighten up on the runway. Oh, is it me, or are those engines like super duper quiet? I can't even hear them. Take off. And there we go. Gear up, and we're off. I can't. There's something up with the sound on these engines. They've gone silent on me. I don't know what that's about. I find that sometimes. I've had that in other streams as well, where suddenly my engines go silent. The game sounds are still there. I heard the engines engage. But yeah, they're silent, so we're gonna have a very quiet. Maybe when I switch the modes, I'll get a sound. I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of annoying that they're silent. Okay, so right now, keeping my pitch relatively low because I want to continually build up speed, and as we build up speed, we'll also be building up thrust in these engines. Okay. Happens once in a while. I don't know why either, says Deep Space. Yeah, every once in a while my engines just go silent. And I used to blame it on mods, but like I said, this is a pure stock game. So we can't blame it on the mods, because there aren't any. I'm starting to hear the air sounds. like the arrow, you know, because as our speed picks up. Weird. They're very quiet, and this is a quiet cockpit. This is a luxury model. The quiet cockpit. All right, how are we doing here? About 4.5 kilometers. Let's get up a little higher. Maybe pitch down a little bit. I'll keep this right on 90. It is weird, because usually the jet engines are super duper loud. Of course, you can see these are 4 Rapier engines on the back. They really make... The Rapiers are kind of OP, I think. They really make these SSDOs pretty easy. All right, might... Just looking at this, still building up speed nicely. Maybe pitch down a little bit. All right. 500 meters per second and still climbing. 9 kilometers altitude. I can see our target for our coming overhead now. Well, actually, I guess it's past overhead. It's coming ahead of us, but that's fine. Okay, 10 kilometers. Actually, I really like my... Really like where we're at right now. Okay, look at this. Oh, no, it doesn't give you any info. Okay. I was going to look at the target information, but you need to be crossing orbits before we get to that. Pitch down a little bit. This should be able to get up to easily over 1,300 meters per second before I switch into rocket mode. I don't need to see this no more. Pitch down more. Really pitch down. Come on. Let's really build up speed. Always want to get as much speed as you can out of jet mode because it is so much more efficient. And I got toggling, I got it on an action group to toggle to closed cycle mode. That will switch these to closed cycle mode and close the air intakes because we no longer need the air. We'll be burning the oxidizer in the vehicle. Okay, over 1,400 meters per second. I'm thinking let's pitch up and switch. Oh, it didn't make a sound at that either. So I just switched into closed cycle mode and I didn't hear a thing. Yeah, it does say closed cycle mode. Oh, that's stinky. So all you hear is the air. So once we're out of the air, we're going to be dead silent. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to actually reduce throttle. I can see over a minute to my apoapsis, so I'm just kind of keep that apoapsis close by. Try and squeeze out as much efficiency as I can out of this thing. Pitch down a bit. Here, I probably just lock it. Oh, I can't lock the prograde because all these folks are level 0, so we cannot lock the prograde. That's okay. I won't hold it against you, but I'll put it on the prograde vector. There we go. It's the engine installs in the waterfall mod, but it can't be the waterfall mod because I do not have any mods installed. I was thinking it has something to do with mods, but I have no mods in this install. This is a completely mod-free game. I don't even have the DLCs. Well, thank you, Nola. I'm glad my content is helpful. Okay, now it's just riding this up until our apoapsis gets to our target. Oh, I don't like not being able to lock to prograde though. If you install a waterfront mod, it'll fix it. Okay, that's interesting. Well, it fixes it, I guess, by replacing all the game sounds, all the game stock engine sounds with their own sounds. I'm going to keep this, as tempting as it is, I'm going to keep this mod free. I don't know why. I like doing, every once in a while, doing stuff purely with stock. Okay, I'm about to cut here. We are over 80 kilometers. Now, as soon as we get in orbit, we should all go to level 1, and I should get my... But we'll time warp up for now. Actually, I can probably just take SAS off, might be better. Okay, we are in space. And all we got to do is complete our insertion here. Still no lock to prograde. Apoapsis is at -50, so it's almost out of the surface. So this shouldn't take too much. Let myself get closer to apoapsis. Okay, here we go. Ah, 30. Okay. One final push here. You know, I get used to playing with Kerbalism with their limited engine ignitions, and now it's like the luxury of being able to turn the engines on and off. Oh my golly. Okay. Last little push. And we're 80 by 80, and I now have locked to prograde and retrograde. So that's good. Okay, let's find our target. Oh, that's not bad. I thought I'd be further away than that. I think I timed that out pretty good. Okay, we'll get out here. Keep losing that. There we go. Okay, setting up the rendezvous. Try and get as close as I can. Oh, I can see my other maneuver here. Okay. Adjust the timing here a bit. Do I have to come? I have to come back. Went too far. Should be about right. Oh, I saw 0.3 kilometers. That's definitely close enough. Okay, so we got that maneuver coming up in just 38 minutes. Let's see. I should definitely shake down these engines here. Get the throttle. Because I only got 0.8. So let's turn this to 20. And this one to 20. Do I have to switch all 4 of these? Are you going to make me do that? Darn you. 20. Where's the last one? It's still just a 1 second burn. Oh no, now it's a 3 second burn. Let's go 15 on all of these. 15, 15, 15, 15. 4 second burn. That should be good. Okay, yeah, let's get to that maneuver. Do a quick save. You can deflate the inflatable shield. There's something I've hardly ever used, is that I'm not very good for getting to the end of a tech tree in these games. Anyone watching my Kerbalism series knows that. And so I very rarely use the... oh my gosh, I'm on target mode here. There we go. Must be close by. Okay, so we're just about to do our little drift burn. Get ourselves to our command module. And we got to dock. And then we got to think about... This thing is capable of landing onto lathe, but it cannot land on anything else. So, got to think about building myself a lander. And that's going to be a completely new build. Everything else has been a minor modification of what's happened in the past, but we're going to do a completely new build with that. Okay, let's get the half throttle. I'm watching my intersect distance there. Okay, a little RCS to see if we can dial this in. Oh, I saw about 620. That's there. That's good. 627 meter separation. RCS off. Okay, we are going to be there in 14 minutes. So let's get ourselves over there. Hello, KSP beginner. You know, one thing, let's put this back on target. I'm really bad at noticing what's going on in the chat. And so when I saw KSP beginner there, it reminded me that in our last stream, he was asking me about my thumbnails. And I only noticed it when I was doing all of the editing. And so I apologize for not noticing it actually live. But I'll answer your question now, KSP beginner, is how do I get the thumbnails for these streams? When they seem to be about what's going on in the stream, is I fake it. I slap together some sort of craft that is a semblance of probably what I want to do, and I use the game's cheat menus to get that thing into... I use the cheat menu to get that thing into the situation wherever I want to do the thumbnail, and then I make the thumbnail. So where do I get the images for my thumbnail? I cheat. That's how I get the images from. And if you take a look closely, not that I would advocate for anybody to do this, but if you take a look at those thumbnails closely, you will notice that sometimes they're not quite the same as what ends up happening because I end up not doing exactly what I had in mind. Okay, I'm just bringing down that intersect distance. It's now under 250. Under 200. Just can I keep going until this stops going down? Oh, must have just come in within the render distance. Okay, we're about 60. That's good. Thank you very much for the donation. I'm sorry, might get this wrong, but Pedroig, I will try to say. It's for your trip to the JSC fund. Thank you very much. Okay, how am I doing here? I'm about a minute away from our target. I do have to sort of think about what I'm doing. Right on there. We'll go to there. Can I risk jumping over to here and selecting this? That's our target. Jumping back. I think our target's okay lined up. We're at least pointing generally in the right direction. So that's good. Oh, this is gone. I hate the way this changes back to what it was before. It always bugs me. Okay, I should probably stop. Would be a good idea. I'm coming in pretty fast. Slow down there. We got rookie pilots. Rookie pilots, you're scaring me, rookie pilots. We're good. Okay, we're about 0.5 meters per second. So I need to come away from the planet. So that is pushing it that way. A little bit. Probably just do this with RCS here. There we go. That's the way we gotta go. Okay, let's control from here. Let's shut down all of these engines. Let's set that as a target. And let's generally eyeball this, which is not going to be great. I could move this craft around, but it's not exactly... oh boy, this is going to be fun. I can tell. That way. Just eyeballing the lining up of these docking ports. I usually play my games with a very small nav-ball docking alignment index. Let's just very quickly go to here. Let's turn on SAS, slap you right onto the that one, radially out. Are you going to go on it? You're thinking about it, aren't you? You are thinking about it. Now that's pointing straight up. So now if I go to this one and point it straight down, that should be all lined up. I'm not bonking yet. No. Ugh. Other way. There we go. Up, 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 up. This all to kind of still don't like that tail fin's just really close. In fact, it's so close, I think we're gonna hit. Don't hit. Okay. Now I gotta think about how I'm gonna rotate this to squeeze this in. The whole plan was, I always designed this for these things to be gone. But they're clearly not gone, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of wiggling and jiggling to get this in there. Okay, that's pretty good. We're sliding in the right direction. How about this way? So I think I'm gonna roll it a little this way. Try and get the wings to kind of slide into that spot. We'll see how she goes. Might not go well, but we'll see. Okay. How far above are we? Oh, getting there. Getting there. Okay, there we go. Got our prograde vector now on our nav ball, so we just want to keep these lined up, but kind of like that, kind of not like that. This might not work. Maybe a better I don't know. This is clearly a delicate exercise. Still got to come more this way. tail fin gonna bonk there. Looks like it. Oh, other way. Come on. Let's just get right above the docking port, and then I'll go down. And we'll do our best to kind of squeeze this in. I know it's squeezed in once before. I did it once, I can do it again. Okay, right down. Right down on top of it. Come on. A little wiggling, a little jiggling, a little rolling. Kind of in there a bit. This way. She's a tight fit. It'll be much less of a tight fit once I've lost those main boosters. But I want to keep that fuel. You never know when it's going to be needed. Oh my gosh. Come on, you want it. You want it. Right down in there. It's getting hung up somewhere. Where is it hung up? A little this way, maybe? Oh, of course, this might be... Oh, you know what I should have done if I was smart, which I rarely am, but that would have been really smart, is just simply gone further up on that truss structure. Oh, it's so tight. She's so tight. You know what I mean? Like if I had the docking port higher... This is what I mean, how everything is like ill-conceived with me. Oh boy, this is getting bonky. Of course, I could just suck it up. Oh, I don't know if it's going to fit. I want you to fit so badly. You know, if the docking port was just a little bit higher, which I easily could have done, just by extending that, putting up higher on the truss structure, I just got me a feeling this isn't going to work. Last try. Oh dear. Okay. All right. So this is not okay. We're gonna move away. Move away. Move away. Move away. Shoot. 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 Okay. We are going back to this vessel here for just a bit. Is there anywhere? I just wanted to steal that fuel. Let's take a look to see if there's anywhere. I do have spots to stow our oxidizer. I might take it because there will be a lander. But I think all of these liquid fuels are full. So I might just steal that oxidizer for the lander. I don't know if it's worth it. You know what? Okay. All right, this wasn't well thought out. So what we're going to do is we are simply going to stage away these guys, throw away the fuel, and then we'll get this in easy. Okay. Can an engineer attach some struts? Ooh, no, you know what? No, I'm not going to mess with that. So we're going to stage. So I'm going to quick save, actually, and then I'm going to stage, because I'm always nervous about my staging. So staging. And that loses those guys. So we're going to give a little bit of a woggle this way. Nope, that way. Maybe a little bit of a roll. No Separatrons on there, unfortunately, because I didn't think about it. So I'm just rolling right now to give that nudge away. Go away, you guys. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to lock this back onto that radially out vector, and now we can get the plane in easy. Now we can get the plane in easy. Alright, so we're already off to an auspicious start. I'm a little annoyed already. If I had raised that docking port just a little higher in the VAB, would have been fine. And now I'm throwing away fuel that I may or may not need. I can't say. Okay. Alright, so that is locked onto there. So this should work just staying locked onto here. Let's time warp a bit, get closer. This is the way I originally intended it. That'll fit, and they're fine now. Oh. I need to bring this back this way. All right. Yeah, things are floating. I could not squeeze the plane in with these the boosters that got this thing into orbit. I wanted to use their fuel, and it didn't work. So, yeah. Bedrock, I'm sorry. I failed at my docking. This will work now, though. This has got this now. See, this will sit in there nicely. That's okay. And that way. Boink. Okay. Alright, there we go. There's our vessel. Yeah, it's what it is. Now, how much... Let's do a quick save and do another stage here. Oh, I've lost my maneuver node. I just noticed that. How can this be 995 meters per second? There's no way that's right. So the staging here is completely borked. Or something. Like this number's not right. It's so confused. I just want to make sure that the staging is sensible. So we're going to stage... Which tank should go first? These ones go first when we go to stage. So those decouplers and then those Separatrons, that makes sort of sense. And then these Separatrons, those decouplers, those are the Rapier engines. They don't belong in there. Alright. Okay, and I noticed I lost my Trek out to Jool maneuver, so let's set that up again. Hopefully it won't give me something stupid that... Okay, for some reason it only thinks I have 900... Well, now it's glitch. Okay, so the delta V calculation is just wrong. I know that. But I don't know why. So, is this the same? This is coming up in 35 days. Is it the same one as it was before? Seems to be. We can make that work. Okay. All right, so this is the better part of... Now we need a lander. So we're going to go back to the Space Center. And we're going to go in here and we're going to build a lander. Now, as I said, the space plane should be capable of landing onto Lathe. 3 of the other moons are a piece of cake. The killer is Tylo. So if I can build a lander that can get itself onto Tylo and back up again, then we should be good. And I played around a little bit with, like, you need about 3 kilometers per second to land on Tylo, and then about the same to get back up again. And I played around a little bit with the resource harvesting and like, okay, let's build something that only has the fuel to land, and then I'll gather the fuel to get back up. But to do that in any kind of expedient way requires you to add on so much mass that I didn't think it was worth it. So what I'm going to do is build a single lander. Here we go. I think it was just this. I played around already with this a little bit. And that's going to have about 3 kilometers per second of delta V. And then I will build 2 of them. And we're going to land one on Tylo autonomously. And then this one will have Kerbals in it. No, that's the wrong engine. This is the one I want. The Spark engine. So put 6 of those. See, that's already... you also have to pay attention to the thrust to weight ratio, because for Tylo, it's about 80% of this the surface gravity is about 80% that of Kerbin. So you need to have a decent thrust to weight ratio too. So this is sort of the thing I'm thinking about. It's not going to be sophisticated. I did that. I'm going to put on where's what I'm looking for? One of these. Oh, it needs some control. I do know have, is that the big one? Yeah, not that one, this one. And a docking port. And then I just grab about, where are those? These ones. About half a dozen of these. We'll clean it up in just a sec. No, it's still not quite there, is it? Be up here. These will go better up here. Oh wait, I'm in vacuum. There we go. See, there's a ton of delta V right there. And thrust to weight 1.3 should be fine. We still ought to dress it up again. It needs some landing legs and all of that kind of stuff. But I'm thinking this is just going to be about it. And so what the plan is, again, is simply to land one of these guys autonomously, and then we'll bring another one with Kerbals. It will land beside it. The Kerbals will plant their flag, get out, get into the fresh one, take that one back up. That's the whole idea. It's nothing too sophisticated. I need antennas for, especially if it's going to be autonomous. So one of these Communitron 88 should do the trick. It really doesn't like the... There we go. Extend the antenna like that. Landing thing. Landing thing. Where's landing things? There we go. Extend the ladder. We'll check to make sure Kerbals can get out. Thrust to weight still okay. Delta V is okay. What else? I'm trying to think what else is... Oh, landing lights. I'll just go with 3 of them here. That. I think that's good just like that. I'm just looking at the TWR. Do I want... What happens if I put one more... a little bit higher and still good? I think that's a good idea. Okay, and we'll take these guys. We'll just kind of tuck them up like this. I found that the whole cluster of spark engines just did a nice job of getting me the TWR I want without having a huge amount of mass associated with them as well. Here. Ooh, I want... go local. Just realized I didn't line these up. Maybe I shouldn't care. Just a sec. Get those back out. Take these out. This is me getting... Oh, shoot. Take the lights off for a second. Just take them there for now. Let's grab those. 6-way symmetry again. Let's line them up a little bit better. Didn't like the way those looked. So the other thing I want to do... Yeah. Like so. You know, a cluster of motors always looks good, I think. In a bit. Down a bit. All right. Okay, so I'm being asked, how do I stay motivated? I don't know. Actually, I find, I shouldn't just say I don't know. I find the big thing, honestly, for people that, because it's easy, YouTube burnout is a real thing. One thing is, I don't do this as my primary income. I hope that should be clear. Like, you know, with my level of viewership, I'm anywhere near making a livable income on this. But the other thing is just really to set yourself boundaries. It's so easy to get caught up and just try and do so much so quickly, and you can easily burn yourself out with that. So, you know, I set myself hours. I say, you know, these are the hours I'm going to work, and I get done what I can get done, and don't feel bad if that doesn't work out that way. Okay, I'm gonna switch up. What's this middle one like? Yeah, that's good. This be better silver. Silver, gold, silver. So this is basically really it, isn't it? This is getting close to a functional lander. It's got 3,023 meters per second of delta V, a thrust to weight of 1.44. Should be fine for Tylo. I practiced landing on Tylo once, and it didn't go bad, so I'll figure that's good enough for the stream. Am I missing anything? I don't need science. I don't need any of that kind of stuff. No, I don't think I am. This is going to go up uncrewed. Now, how much mass is this? This is only, it's under 10 tons. So I'm thinking, oh, shoot. Here's the question. I'm going to have to send 2 of them. Oh, wow. Sorry, just really not liking the textures on that. Okay. I'm going to have to send up, you know what? I think it might be better off up here anyway. I'm going to have to send up 2 of them. One, I'm hoping to be able to land on 3 moons. Just like land it, and it's easily capable of it. And then the other one is to land on Tylo, and then I got to send one whose sole purpose is to be on Tylo and to come back and have Kerbals be the return vessel. I think just that's the simplest. That's just the simplest solution. Will this ladder reach down? Yeah. So let's get into some action groups here. We'll put this on just action group 1. To toggle the ladder, action group 0 is for that antenna. Toggle the antenna. On the lights. Oh, we're going to have to put on some real lights, but I don't want the illuminators. I want to toggle the illuminators to the gear action group, so when I raise and lower the gear, I will toggle the lights. That's what I want. Lights. Good, good, good. Let's put on some real lights, like some navigation-y type lights. I'm a big fan of lights, so lights, 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 lights. Let's stick in some of these little spotlights. What's that, on 6-way symmetry? That's on 6. So we'll do this on 3-way symmetry right here. Light that on. Pitch it forward just to kind of light up that zone. That's the idea. That works. Just like to light things up a little bit. Lights off, and we'll put some, I don't know where I ever got started with this, but on one, I did it on one ship, and then it became a thing to put 6. Is that going to work okay with all the landing gear? Yep. Just make these red. Keep them white. That's it. Just red lights, just pointing backwards. Don't know why. Blue light to mark where the hatch is. Because Kerbals always lose where your hatches are. They don't really, but I do. Blue light. Make that blinky white. Yep. And then some red and green lights. So this is the top. This is port. Ooh, that'll work. If I go to single symmetry, put you right. Actually, maybe on a bit of an angle like that. Make this one a 1/2 second red blinky light. Get in just a little bit. And then one on the other side. And this one, of course, will be green. I like, okay, that one's green, same thing. Just tweak it into the texture a little bit. Like so. And I got the red ones back there. Maybe, will it let me put stuff? Oh yeah, it'll let me put stuff here. Bring it out of the texture a bit. This one will also be, this one will be green, yep, and will also be blinky. And this one, remove it from the symmetry so I can make it red. Okay. And you know what, I got enough going on. Okay, let's retract these. So there is my Tylo lander. Call it that. It should be capable of getting the job done. Now the question becomes how to get it to Jool. One's going to have to go autonomously. You know what? I'm thinking the other one, I might just dock it. I have a spare docking port on the vessel we just created in orbit. I might dock it and carry it along with me. So one I think I might carry along with me. And then the other one, we just got to get to Jool. And of course, did I design any kind of budget for getting to Jool? No, of course I didn't. So let's figure out what it's going to take to get to Jool. So we're going to have to build something around this thing. Where is the... That's the one I'm looking for. Oh, it has no electricity. Ah, that's the other thing. Sorry. One electrical generation. Was that coming up in the chat? I'm not sure. It's going to be out towards Jool, so a pair of RTGs will do it just fine. Doesn't need any more than that. Question becomes where to put them. Oh, I see what's going on there. Why are they being so weird? Okay, just a sec. Let's put them... I only need two. Two-way symmetry. There's more of the thing I want. Okay. Come here. There we go. And we'll just get the move tool. The textures, whoa, my goodness. There we are. So just a couple of RTGs on the side. The textures on the Mark II landing can are always weird because it's got the, oh, won't let me switch to the other variant, but that rover variant. And I think that's what makes the textures weird. Okay, I think that's going to cover electricity. There should be, yeah, there's 100 units of electric charge in there. Okay, that should be good. All right, so let's see. Payload, I do have, I think I can probably get away with just this one though. Yeah. Let's just put some... I should do, and there'll be an independent... No, it doesn't need another probe body. No, should be good. Maybe another one of these. Ooh. Why was it being very weird? There we go. All right. That there. Yeah. Okay. So we need to figure out a budget, which I've not worked out. Okay, so this is going to be some live mathematics to get... Oh, wait. You know what I can do? Shoot. No. Save this. Save the lander. Budget. Who needs a budget? When we have a maneuver node already set up. Right? Where's that maneuver? If I go to here... Doesn't it give me that maneuver already? Yes, there it is. 1,094 meters per second to get out the Jool. I already got that. 1,000... Sorry, I've already forgotten. 894 to get to Jool. I'm writing things down, and this thing needs to get into an orbit of Tylo. So by my calculations, that's another 400 plus another 1050. So now we're getting out our calculate. I'm just looking at my calculations. I'm looking at a delta V map. So 1894 plus 400 plus 1050. That's 30. Let's call that make sense? Yeah, 3,500 should comfortably get this thing. Okay, let's get back. How long's the stream going to be? The stream is going to be about twice the length of my normal stream, so 3.5, 4 hours. That's the idea. Is going to be the stream. Okay, so what did I say here? I wrote it down and everything. 3,500 meters per second to get this puppy to Tylo and onto the surface. So that's just in this. This is the lander part. That's its own thing. So what happens if I do this? Play around with that. What's that going to do for me? Is this in vacuum mode? That is 1605. So that's not even close to being enough. So we'll go with bigger one. 25. Yeah, need more. Is the Delta V or the thrust away? Yeah, it's okay. 0.84. We can live with that. Let's say one of these. I only got the reaction wheels up here, so I might chuck in some reaction wheels on this too. 32. 6. Okay. Might need the big jumbo. What's the jumbo do for me? 3711. That does it. Thrust to weight is fine. I mean, there's no reason. Let's, yeah, go big, go home. Go big or go home. So we're going to be very orange. Might change that. Might change my mind on that. But for now. Oh, you know what this thing needs? Oh, shoot. Take this off for just a moment. This thing's got to do some docking. So it needs RCS. Yes, most certainly does. So how much monopropellant is in there? 40 units of monopropellant should be fine. It's not very heavy, so we're going to go with the smaller of the thruster blocks. And we're going to go... Where's the center of mass on this guy? Well, it's in the center. That, I suppose, makes sense. Now, where does... oh, one of them's right in the middle. Okay, let's take the lights off for now. Thruster blocks are more important than lights. And then we'll put the other bunch. Four-way symmetry. Let's go. Glad I remembered that. Okay. Put these lights back on. Let's go with 8-way symmetry now on these lights to sort of... Alright. That should do for RCS. That's all it's going to need. Didn't impact things too badly. Still 3,000. Still 1.44 for thrust weight. Good. Okay. That's back on there. Okay, this is 3,700 with a thrust to weight of about a half. I think that should be fine. So now what we need to do is put on maybe another 30. Let's see if I do that plus 36. If I can get up to about 71. Oh, plus the 3,000 at the top. If I can get about 10,000, then this thing should be able to do the whole shebango, like from surface. So. What I need is... I don't have any plan. Okay. Let's put on... this one. Let's stick another jumbo under it. I do have some, like... Well, I got everything unlocked, so we should be able... Like, there should... Oh, that we got... Oh, yeah, why don't I do that? Oh, my goodness. Why not? I never think, because I never get this far in the tech tree to get into the really big stuff. Do that. Do that. There we go. I want about 10 grand Delta V all told. Thrust to weight is still through the roof, so Can we do this just in one big ginormous stage? I don't see. There's our 10 grand. Thrust to weight is fine. Might turn into a wobbly, it's tall. Might be a wobbly noodly mess. Problem is the bottom can't. No, we're going to keep that black and white. Ah, whatever. Let's not. As I continue to play, I'm saying let's not keep playing, but... Okay, let's see if this will fly. It needs additional reaction wheels. It most certainly does. So we're going to stick those up here at the top. I used to worry about the positioning of reaction wheels. I used to think it mattered, and it doesn't. Took me a long time. Where did I put this? This goes here. This goes here. And I might put another set... because why not? Right there. Are these gimbaled? They are. Alright, what does everybody think? Is this going to fly? Or is this going to fail? That is the question. Got just a single mammoth engine there on the bottom. Fixing that, fixing that, fixing that. How much delta V is in this stage? Here, we're going to take this out of the staging. And we're going to put that in an action group instead. That way I can stage it whenever I want. Okay, that's that, that's that, that's that, and then this guy. So the whole plan here is Tylo. It should be okay, I'm thinking. Okay, what's some thrust to weight on the bottom? Tweak that down. Might be wobbly because it's tall and could do some definite auto strutting if that turns out to be the case. Okay. All right, let's save this and let's launch. So this is a test launch. I want to make sure that that's clear. Oh, there weren't any Kerbals. Well, it's a test. It's a test. Hello, is it Uran? Uran? James? What's on schedule for next week? Asks NC Davis. Next week, probably will be this. I'm going to keep going with this stream until I land on all 5 of Jool's moons. I doubt we're about a little. Well, we'll see how it goes. Like we're getting close to actually starting to do the mission. So we'll see. If it happens today, that's great. If it doesn't, then I'll continue next stream. And then once that's done, I'll go back to the Kerbalism streams on Thursdays. Okay, let's see what happens. We're off. Again, silent engines. Silent engines, very, 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 very weird. Okay, pitch this over. Lock that onto prograde. And hope and pray for the best. Okay, it's not a noodly mess, which is a good thing. That's always encouraging. Put that on there. So, heck, if this thing gets to orbit, I'm just going to go with it. I'm just going to go with it. So we're going for, I guess, 100-kilometer orbit. Are we doing? No, we're all. Oh my gosh, this is looking great. I'm not touching anything. I just got it locked to prograde, and it's just doing its thing. I'm going to start reducing throttle here a little bit. Try and keep that time to apoapsis relatively constant. Look at that. All right, and again, for people just joining, this is a Tylo lander going up uncrewed. And we're going to do 2 of them with the idea that one will land autonomously on the surface, and then we'll have one with Kerbals on it, and then the one with Kerbals on it will land hopefully close. That's not a trivial task, by the way, doing a landing relatively close on Tylo. And then they'll switch over to this one. Oh, this is making no sense. Oh my gosh, my whole plan's making no sense. Okay. Why did this make sense to me a moment ago? When this thing lands, of course, it's not going to have any fuel on it. Okay. All right, so we're going to have to do a little bit of a modifying. Didn't I say that things are very half-baked with what I do? Everything I do is half-baked. When this thing lands, it will be empty because it'll use its fuel to land. So what I need to do is build something around this that, okay, all right, that can get it to land. Okay, we're okay. Well, we're probably not okay, but, you know, it's whatever. Let's stage the fairing, see what that goes. That's good. Okay, we're about to lose our big mammoth stage here, and then we'll be on to the little poodle. Oh, the poodle does not have a lot of thrust. Oh, we're almost at 80 anyway. We're good. Never mind. I was about to say I was about to go to the pool, but that has a TWR only about 5. Okay, so this is okay, so what we're going to need to do is build something. We'll put on some extra tanks and some extra engines so that this thing can land fully fueled on Tylo. And then, yeah. And then this will be our return vehicle home. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I realized that before I got there and realized, oh my god, it's going to be, okay. Still got a plan for this. What we'll do, actually, where is our, okay, this is interesting. Let's set this as a target. This one might become my, interesting, okay. Where are we? Are we in space yet? No, we're not. So, okay. I'm going to push this up a bit. Because I'm noticing where we are. Oh my god, I might get really lucky here. I might get super duper lucky here. And then again, maybe not. Let's see if we can make that work. Okay, we're in space. How are we doing here? This thing has way more fuel than it needs because it was built to go all the way to Jool. And all we're doing now is going to... But what I want to do, if I go... Oh my gosh, even with all the reaction wheels, this thing's a pig. Okay, I want to try and facilitate myself a bit of a rendezvous. So I think I'm just going to pitch up. See if that makes it... Whoa, that made it worse. Okay, pitch down. This is coming up in 4 minutes. I want to make this work. You know what, the heck with it. Let's lose our stage, because that's why, yeah, there's only, yeah. Let's stage. This should be a little more nimble now. Back to here. We have mountains and mountains of fuel. Oh, do I not have... Yeah, I do. There it comes. Yep, this is shrinking this. Shrinking both of them. Not the most efficient way to do rendezvous, but gonna. Oh no, I can see. Okay, no, this is. I can see the problem here. I'm bringing my apoapsis too low. As long as this distance is going down, I'm going to keep going. Yep, that's doing it. We're coming in hot, though, I tell you that. Okay, let's stop from this. Go to here, go to here, go to here. Get this on retrograde. There's our target coming up at us, right? No, that's debris. Where's our target? There's our target. We're only about a minute away, so we do have to start to get serious here. Full thrust. We got a ton of. There we go. This is going to work. This is going to work. I can tell it's going to work because I am increasing now my time. As long as I can keep that time from going down, I'm doing fine. And I have so much fuel, I do not have to worry about being efficient here. Lights on. That relative speed, though, yeah, we're okay. We're okay. Just got to watch this time to apoapsis, or time to intercept. As long as you can keep that from going down, you're okay. You can kind of hold it steady, or keep it from going down very quickly. Okay, so we're going to get back to the drawing board with this. I'm still going to use this lander, but what I need to do is build something so I can plunk it down on Tylo. Oh, we're rendering our monstrosity vessel. Okay. I do not have any Kerbals aboard. The Kerbals are all aboard over here. Oh, you know what I could do with this? Just a sec. Oh, wait, I don't. Okay. I got a plan, but trying to articulate and fly this at the same time is not the best idea, so just give me a moment. Give me a moment. Okay, we're going to bring down our relative velocity here. Okay, we're good. So we're going to go over to here. This thing, believe it or not, it does have a docking port. I put one right at the front here. So open that shield. Pin that. Back to here. Let's control from here. Set that as target. Okay. Push the retrograde. Which way do I gotta put this? Oh, that's too much. Nope, that looks good. Okay, let's get on this way. I'm gonna dock it with this whole thing. Because I just realized too, I usually take the yaw, pitch, and roll off of these so that they don't get used for that. Let's see. Actuation toggles, yaw, pitch, and roll. I should have done that in the VAB. How are we doing for... we're okay. Oh, there's 8 of them. Come on, come on, come on. Gotta go fast. Take the yaw, pitch, and roll. Like I said, I should have done this in the VAB. I just forgot. And pitch and roll. One more, I think. Here. Okay, where are we? How are we doing? Okay, we're doing okay. Now where's that guy pointing? That guy's pointing at about a 50-degree pitch on 270. So if I put this at a negative 50-degree pitch and on 90, that should be control from here. Okay. I think I know what's going on. That's still with the, so I just got to put it on the same thing. 270, negative 50-degree pitch. That should line up the 2 docking ports okay. It's right on the 270 now, so here, there. RCS on, let's start moving towards it. Now these are very wimpy thruster blocks that were never intended to be used to move all of that, but I want to dock with this still on here because I'm going to steal its resources. Why not? Why not indeed? Oh boy, these are wimpy thruster blocks. Okay. How are we doing? Aim camera up here. Nice. So I was always intending on built this thing to go to Tylo, realized that wasn't going to work. So now change mid-plan here. So we'll dock it with here. So this thing will take this lander to Tylo. It'll be the thing that'll... Well, actually, this lander will land on all of the airless moons of Jool. That's the idea. Considering this was never designed to be docked this way, this is working pretty well. Okay. Boink. All right, so there we are. So what I want to do is let's take a look at liquid fuel. I want to steal, oh my gosh, there's so many cans. So I'm looking for cans that don't, oh, what I wouldn't give to have like, I think all of those, there must be. Oh my god, okay, just wait, this is stupid. This is stupid. Too many. Okay, this. That's a service bay. Okay, that. There, no liquid fuel on that. So we're going to take this, we're going to go out and out. We're stealing everything. Stealing it all. More fuel, the better. Wherever I can find a spot for it. So that's already okay. So there, we'll just keep making our way down. There we go, there's another one. This thing's largely empty because it was used to, of course, to fly up to, it flew up to here. So it used up its tank. So this is working out. All right. And okay, the liquid fuel, I might not have any more spots to put liquid fuel. I think that's probably going to be it, because I think these are all full of liquid fuel. That's okay, but we did pretty good. Like, took almost all of it out of there. Nice, nice, nice. So we will undock. I'm going to do this manually. We will decouple that. There we go. So that's now just adding to our debris collection. What are these engines that are on here? I thought I shut you guys down. Obviously missed some. There we go. All right. Yeah, so this, here we go. This is our Jool ship. That is our Jool ship right there. This is just debris. This is all fine. Okay. This Delta V is still clearly wrong. It's like it's not counting these things, I think. These extra tanks. Okay. That's okay. So, one thing at a time. Back to the Tylo lander, and we need to redesign that. So, revert. No, don't revert the flight. Oh my gosh. Back to the Space Center. Don't revert the flight. That went well. All right. Nah, target button on the nav ball. I've been asking docking. I know that's the Matt Lone technique. It takes too long to reorient that big, ugly craft. So, okay. So where are we at here? We're going back into here. We're taking out that Tylo. I know I almost reverted there. That would have been really, really dumb. Where are we, your stream? Yeah, we're doing pretty good, I think. Okay, so this guy, throw away this whole booster here. Okay, so this is our Tylo lander. I need to get this onto the surface of Tylo fully fueled. I had this in my head that, oh, well, we'll just land it there. It'll be fine. But, of course, when it lands, it won't be fully fueled anymore. So what I'm going to do is simply see if we can do this with just... If I can put on... Oh, these are huge. Oh, my golly. What happens if I put on a pair of radial decouplers? I shouldn't have to get too big. This thing's not that heavy. Where are... Here we are. What about like this? Like, it's just got to get close, and then I can do the final landing just, you know, on its own. Probably going to need, like, decent... What's that do for me? There we go. So I need this to be about 3,000, and we got a good, healthy thrust-to-weight ratio there. So that's encouraging. Let's add on some more might get goofy. I might need to... Okay. Bump, bump, bump. What if we took those off for now? There's not going to be any Kerbals on this when this thing is going. I'm going to use some... Separate these two engines. Yep. And then we're going to get some fuel ducting here. We're going to do some... Get these engines to feed those engines. And then these... Staging's all messed up. I want these two here to add up to... You know, it's the quickest way to do this is take all of these guys and just turn their thrust limiters down. And then it doesn't count this anymore. So I need that to add up to 3,000. But I should have, like... There, these go together. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I need that to add to 3,000. This should all be doable. What happens if I just put on... Let's not get too stupid. I got so much thrust. There we go, 3124. That's a thing. It ain't a mountain of delta or mountain of thrust. That's not going to be an issue. I'm thinking I might just do this. Now what I think I might just do, let's get on some of these. Some of these. Do some strutting. It ain't pretty. It ain't pretty. Why are you doing that? Why is that one going way off over there? That's so stupid. There we go. It's more the kind of thing I was looking for. Still over 3,000. Honestly, I'm just thinking that, this is going to be a very KSP rocket. That's what I'm thinking. We'll get a again just really that small. Whoops, I missed it. Get that small decoupler in there. A couple of those. I'm going to do much the same thing as far as the lifter goes. And I'm going to keep those all on the outside. Yeah, hopefully it'll let me. I want to do that. And I just want to come around. Yep, it's letting me. Through the decouplers and everything. Like that. That is no, I can't say it's the ugliest thing I've ever built because, oh my gosh, everybody saw the other thing that I had built. So now we're going to put a booster under this. This thing... Okay, we can... Yep. Okay, we're going to put... No, I think I can get away with just doing much the same thing. I'm going to put a jumbo under here. Slate a set of reaction wheels. I remember doing that. And then just a poodle on the bottom. That's what that other rocket was. Oh, let's get this staging to be sensible. That needs to be... No, that needs to be here. That's right. There we go. And... Must have added a lot of weight here because this now... Okay, that... Very low TWR. I need something bigger now here. We need bigger. We need bigger. So there's the poodle. I mean, I could go... $90. I could go nuclear. That might not be dumb. Just given... I think this thing's gotten too heavy now. Like, how heavy is this? Yeah, this is up to 48 tons now. Just all of that stuff. So, I think I need a different game plan. So we take the oxidizer out, replace this with a nerve. That as a wimpy thrust to weight ratio. Okay. Go to resources. Just want liquid fuel. Yeah. Big liquid fuel. Oh, shoot. This isn't helping. Arrange these by mass. All I want to do is get... See, this delta V needs to get in around the 3,500 mark for this to work. Could be done all... of course, the thrust to weight now is uber wimpy. Well, that's getting in the ballpark. It's getting very stupid. I hope people don't mind stupid. What's that TWR like? What's this engine? Oh, that's that. Oh, you guys all belong in the same one. Okay, what did I miss? We're trying to get a Tylo lander working is what we're trying to do. And I'm not sure. Again, I'm never sure what I'm doing here. So underneath this fairing is the lander. It needs to land on Tylo fully fueled. If this piece can do it, all I need now is to get this thing to Jool. This is more than enough fuel to get to Jool. In fact, I can probably start to... And the thrust to weight isn't ridiculously bad. I can probably start taking some weight out of this. That's in the ballpark. Now comes the fun part. Now, I'm going to assume... So I'm just going to do a very quick... test in orbit to see how this thing flies, if it can hold on to a vector. So I'm going to get into the cheat menu here. I'm going to cheat you into orbit. I honestly don't consider this really to be a cheat, because I think it's important to know whether this is going to work before I do anything with it. So So basically, this is just a test. Can I lock it to prograde? Can I fire up these nerve engines? And will this actually stay on a vector? Because it looks pretty asymmetrical to me. So just hit Z. And yeah, you can see how this is having trouble here. So we're going to need to play with that. Okay, so back, revert flight, back to vehicle assembly building. I shouldn't be surprised if that was the case. So what we need to do is, I'm only considering these. Okay, these engines come off. Thrust limiter. Thrust limiter. There we go. And I can see that this thrust you gotta move these motors around and not have it look completely stupid. Oh, look at how that's interesting. I guess that's what happens when they're all... Okay. Let's take these ones off. Go to single symmetry. That's it. Want this one to be as far this way as it'll go. And I want... Oh, and I need another one here. I could put, it might be better just, I might have a better option for what to put on the bottom here rather than what I got, but I'm going to sort of stick. I think that might be part of my problem, is this stupid engine plate thing. It's not designed for this. So what I'm looking at is, can I line up that thrust with the center of mass and have it not look completely ridiculous. Move you outwards a bit. Though to be honest, if it just works, I'm not actually as concerned with ridiculous as... It's actually too far, I think, the one way. I think I need to move these back. That way. A little that way. That looks a lot better. An extra set of reaction wheels might also help. I can tuck it in a little bit so they're not quite clipping out so bad. Of course, I don't want the engines themselves to be clipping. Ah, shoot. To do this, I want there to be some separation between the engines. All right. And you know what? One more set of reaction wheels up here at the top. Okay, let's give this a test flight. Slowly assembling our mission. Okay, set this Kerbin, and again, we're gonna lock this onto prograde. What a thing. Okay, and we're gonna punch it. Oh, we're gonna stage. There we go. I think this is gonna work. It's holding on to that prograde vector. I think it's gonna work. In fact, the ultimate test is to take SAS off and see what it does. So it's a little bit off because of that, but you know what? It's all right. It's good enough. Okay, revert back. Revert flight back to vehicle assembly. Now we need to get this thing into orbit. That ain't going to be a cheat either. But I'm thinking what might be my best plan is the good old radial nonsense. That's all. That's what KSP is all about. Is just idiocy radial boosters. So let's see if I do that and stick on a jumbo. Stick on a mammoth underneath that. Oh, the mammoths are bigger than... Oh, what about this guy? Twin bores. How much thrust does that give me? In a vacuum. Not a huge amount. So, we're going to have to go bigger. That's okay. We shall go bigger. Go to here. Go to the 3.5 meter sizes. Get one of these tanks on here. For some reason it doesn't seem... There, that's on. Yep. And we'll put those on. That's got to be like so much thrust. Yep. Oops. Heck, this could do it just on its own. These mammoth engines are redunculous. No, it's not quite doing it on its own. So, okay, we'll scale this down. And we're going to put another set of boosters on here. So, scale this down a little bit. Big old nose cones on the top there. That's all good. That's all good. That's all good. Okay, and then there is a crazy quantity of thrust. Maybe on this end then. Decouplers. Jumbos. Actually, no, not the jumbo. Sorry, the twin bores. And these engines will all go at the same time, so I gotta get this staging sensible here. That's making sense. Okay, and then throw that away. How much thrust? That's a lot of thrust on the bottom, so that's not going to be an issue. Spare, I guess, staging. Like that. These two I want to add up to about 30, 36, 35, 3600. So I need about another 1,000. What happens if I put the jumbos on now? So much thrust. Oh, that's got it, right? 20. Oh no, that's 29. It's about 3,000. Thrust is on this end. Oh god. Here, take this off. Another one of these. Getting uglier. Okay, that's got it. That's got it. Nose cones on the top. That's got it to spare, actually, but I'm not going to get picky about it. Is that this? No, those are these ones. There. Lots of struts. Lots of struts, lots of... should be okay. I think so. Okay, lots of struts. This craziness is making me smile. This is crazy. This is like the fastest way to build anything is just lots of boosters, lots of struts. Hope for the best. Oh, it's crashing into that. I don't like... Okay, I'll have to fix... Okay, let's see if we can do something about that. I'm noticing I'm hitting that payload at the top here. Oh, I still gotta... Stupid. Ah, that's not what I wanted to do. Come on. Wanted to grab that. Just slide these down. Ah. Okay. The problem that I'm having, whoops, is that those nose cones are crashing into the bottom end of that. Shoot. Now I'm having trouble just getting that to be on the decoupler, for goodness sakes. There we go. And then we'll go build down rather than up. There, that's the idea. Should be still in the same delta V range I am. Right? Maybe? Or do I need another one? This is 20... Yeah, I need another one. Nose cone back on top. That's more like it. Yep, okay. Oh, it's so close to not wanting to... Ah. Why? That's the one. Okay, take this off the bottom. This thing's getting tall. Oh, it's still... Now it's too low the other way. Why am I having trouble with this? Okay, take that off the top. That off here. Should be able to just do this just like this. There we go. Now down. Where's the root one? That one. Hey, that's what I was looking for and all that. Okay, this one as well needs to be redone. So we're going to take off these. Stick the jumbos on the side. There they are. Okay, just throw that away. I want to rebuild that. And those. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, all the engines are coming on at the same time. So where are you guys? Oh, way up here. That's wacky. Then that will stage. Yeah. Okay. I'll have to restrut all of this again. Those, oh no, those were these decouplers. Right there. So they gotta come. Yep. Yep. This is gonna work. This, I think, is going to work. Okay, so again, back to the struts. That's what I was doing when this all started. So struts, and struts, and more struts. Now people can start thinking about placing their bets on whether this thing will actually reach orbit or not. I will not be insulted if you are betting against me. I think some Separatrons would also be a good idea. That's what I neglected with my Santa's Castle rocket at the very beginning of all this, was any sort of Sepratron. So just put on some Separatrons here. And here, just to get these to sort of peel away a little bit. These ones might require more than a couple. Here, let's move this one up a bit. Okay, now I got to get all this staging to make some element of sense. So, these will stage last. Nope. Yeah, so that goes on here. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. There. Launch clamps there. Okay, oh my gosh. Okay, thrust to weight on the bottom. We're just going to tweak this one down. So, we got ourselves a stupid rocket. Okay. I have a feeling this is going to start spinning. It might. It could be very flip-outable. I could... Well, we'll go with it for now. We'll see what we get. All of these engines are gimbaled, so that certainly will help. Let's just do it. So I'm going to save this and launch. And this is just a test, unless it works, in which case it was planned all along. Is there a little bit of an offset there? It's because I use the Mark III parts that are designed for the space shuttle that things are offset a little bit. I did balance the thrust on the nuclear engines. I made no attempt to balance thrust on these, but I'm hoping it's going to be okay because I think there should be enough thrust on all of it. I wish I rolled this a little different now that I'm... Well, maybe not. Wait a minute. Where are we? Oh, no, 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 no. This should be good. Let's see what happens. So we're going to fire up all those engines. And it's going up. That's always a good sign. A little bit off course here, I'm noticing. Might want some tail fins on this. Yeah, it's a little wonky. I'm sure nobody I'm sure people are just shocked that this thing is a little bit wonky. But I'm going to try and see if I can nurse this into orbit. That's the whole idea. Again, we got our silent engines. That is so annoying. It's falling over a little bit too quickly. I got to be careful because... those died quickly, didn't they? I'm off course, which I don't like. Get back on here. I want to keep it as equatorial as I can. I'm not too concerned with the actual profile too much because I think this thing is going to be... It's a tad bit overbuilt. It's got a lot of fuel, and it should be able to get itself into orbit without an issue. But I do want it to be in equatorial orbit because that will facilitate getting out to Jool. So I'm doing my best to get that heading back on 90. I will be the first to say this is flying better than I would have thought. I'm still annoyed at the silence, the silent treatment that it's giving me. I'm actually going to reduce throttle here. My time to apoapsis got over a minute. I just want to keep the time of apoapsis close. So for people that happen to be still joining as what's going on with this, underneath that fairing is a lander. And the lander's designed to land on Tylo. The idea is it to be able to be put there fully fueled so that I can land pretty much an identical lander right beside it. That will have Kerbals, and this will be the Kerbals ride back into orbit. And that's what these are for. These are there to put that lander onto the surface of Tylo. And then this big thing is just getting it into orbit. That's all this is about. I'm going to go for 90-kilometer orbit. Why 90? I don't know. Again, I'm still a little off on the inclination. I still want to, or on the heading here at 90 degrees. It really wants to be 91. But all told, honestly, I'm kind of impressed. My apoapsis is now into space. I think the thrust might be off. Like, I think there might be some asymmetry in the thrust, which wouldn't be surprising because it keeps wanting to pitch upwards. So I keep correcting for it. How is that inclination? Inclination's 0.2 degrees, so that's fine. Oh, I'm in space. And 90 kilometers on the apoapsis. Okay. Let's stage that fairing. Oh, it didn't do it. So I'm just going to do this way. Oh, that worked well. Really is. Can that in any way be surprising? Okay. Okay. But there's still 794 meters per second left in these jumbos here. So I think this is going to work okay. Yeah, we'll do this just manual. Okay. Yeah, James is saying, I knew that fairing wasn't going to go anywhere. Okay, I'm going to try and point this onto the horizon here a bit. And this is stupid overbuilt, really. But I think that's better than the other way around. Everyone knows the worst thing in the world is like doing a mission, getting there, and realizing you just don't have the fuel and the whole mission's a waste of time. And then, I'm looking at the time, yep. Still got, I would say, at least an hour left in the stream. I would say about an hour left in the stream. So we're going to start sending all this junk on its way to Jool. Okay, let's start throttling here. Let's lock this to prograde. Oh, little fairing bits flying everywhere. Okay, this is working fine. Okay, just going to raise up that periapsis out. Almost there. Let's cut throttle just a little bit. Let it get right on the apoapsis. Try and make this 90 by 90. I got a feeling I got a stupid thrust to weight ratio on these mammoth engines too. So we'll. There we go. There we go. Oh, I am so pleased. Still 456 meters per second there. 3.82 thrust to weight. Let's tweak that down because that's stupid. Wow, that's really stupid. Oh, am I only doing one of them? Why does it do that? When these were put on with... Oh, well, whatever. Let's see. Let's put them at 25 each. What's that do? That's too low. 50. There we go. All right, so... This guy's ready to go. It's going to Jool. So let's again. Where's our... Why do I not have any transfer options here? Calculations failed. Please make another set of selections. You don't even give me any kind of selections. What is going on here? Okay, this is the first time this has happened for me. Am I going to have to, like, do this all manual-like? Okay, let's... Okay. Let's try. So we have two vessels now in orbit. We have our lander and we have our Jool 1. Let's, Jool 1... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Unset the target. I meant to switch to it. Now switch to Jool 1 and see if... Because it's got a maneuver. Might need to steal it. Might need to steal it. Okay, so it's got a maneuver coming up in about... What is this? Oh, the start burns all 49 days. Is it still 49 days away? I guess so. Not sure why that's so far away. Okay, so it's got a maneuver coming up in 49 days. Let's go back to the lander. Give me that. Lander. I just want to set up the... Okay, let's try this again. So, there we go. Those options weren't there before. Jool. Create that burn. So there's a burn coming up in 49 days. Okay. Okay, and it's going to be a 10-minute burn. Okay. So, who is first here? This is messed up. Yeah, that is messed up. Oh, I can switch to vessels from here. That's cool. Okay, let's start it. Okay, we got those set up. Time to start thinking about getting into Jool. Now, for some reason, this delta V is all wrong. It's not counting the other stages here, and I don't know why. And I'm not, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. Like, I just want to check the staging just one more time. Like, this is designed to get rid of those. And then those all go off. Oh, wait a minute. There might be some staging mishap. Yes. So, oh, wait a second. The staging here is not making sense. That might be what's going on. Okay, so we want this decoupler to go first. The staging is backwards. I think that's what's going on. Can I not get rid of that? Those go on. Then that's Sepratron, that's Sepratron, that's Sepratron. No. Yes. And those Sepatrons. Is that the right? No, those are the lost. Oh, God, no. This was right the first time. Oh, my gosh. I'm looking at how the fuel lines work. These guys got to go first. That is... Yes. That's Sepratron, that's Sepratron, that's Sepratron, that's Sepratron. That's all right. Okay, so the staging is right. For some reason, it just doesn't count the delta V in those stages. I'm just going to ignore that. For some reason, these engines just keep turning on. That is... I don't like weirdness. It bugs me. Okay. And all the other engines are off. Anyone ever done that where you kept these engines on and these engines on and they fight each other? I know I've done that. Okay, so we are on our way to Jool. We got to set up now. The burn time here is 18 days. I just can't. I think I'm going to do this. What is the TWR here? Oh, it doesn't even tell me. Why are you so messed up? I don't know. Okay. So we're going to have to do this in a few stages. So it is a... Let's do a burn here about 450 meters per second. And we'll do this in 3 burns. So I'm just going to set this up here. We round and round we go. So we're going to do a burn about 450 meters per second and then another burn after that. Okay, so... That's about right. Why am I having trouble with this? I don't know. Okay, this needs to be smaller. I might just... I got a feeling once I get... I might just do this burn right now. Or as soon as I get to it. Again, it's saying the burn time is 13 days. It's completely bonkers on that. Clearly. Let's do an F5. We're going to give this a go. I'm hoping once I start these engines up, that these numbers will start making sense over here. So I'm just going, the burn's in 12 minutes. Oh, but the burn times, I have no idea what the burn time is. I'll start the burn 3 minutes before and hope for the best. Oh, and hopefully we won't be crashing into any of our debris. I'm just noticing it there. Okay, let's lock this onto the maneuver node. That in itself might take a minute together. I should have put another set of reaction wheels onto this. There's reaction wheels there, and there's reaction wheels in here too. But, oh well, it should be okay. Oh, and I want to control... This might be all backwards. Control from here. Ah, you were backwards. Okay, good thing I noticed that. Would have pointed the wrong direction. Oh, Gus is going to lay for the first time right now. Well, good luck, Gus. Right now, this is being perfinicky with me. So we're just going to do a 450 meter per second burn. It's going to put us in an elliptical orbit. Then we'll be taking that amount off of this burn. I'll probably do another one to go in an even higher elliptical orbit. It really makes sense to take these big burns with a low thrust to weight ratio and split them into multiple burns. I did that with all of my other transfers with this vehicle. I'm hoping once I fire up these engines, this will sort itself out. But I'm not 100% convinced of that. But we'll see. So the goal here is simply to do this one burn here. Get some of this out of the way. And then hopefully start making some sense out of the rest of this. Okay, so we are about to... Let's start throttling up, see what happens. Oh, why do I have no... I have nothing. What on earth? Oh, these thrust... Oh my god! Why? Okay, I must have done that for launch for Delta V purposes. Now everything's making sense! Everything's making sense. Oh my gosh. All these thrust limiters are at 0. Oh no. Okay, we got it. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's go. Let's go get these all on. That is why everything was so goofy. Oh my god. Come back, come back, come back. Okay. Okay, that's all of them. I started the burn. Okay, just go. I started the burn late. 30 seconds late because of that. Again, everything's quiet, which is really annoying. See if we can stop the roll. Ah. Alright, we'll make this work. We'll make this work one way or another. Yeah. Yeah, and I did that with the auto probe too. Thank you. So it was really in figuring out launch Delta Vs. I didn't notice those were all. Now all the Delta Vs are making sense. There's 10 kilometers, over 10, like 11 kilometers of Delta V. All of that makes sense now. Boy, this thing wants to roll though. It is glitchy and glonky and everything. Okay. Should I dare a physics warp? Go to 2 times physics warp and that's it. Alright. Okay, so I'll check on those engines that are likely turned off on the other fella too. But this is now making some degree of sense. I hate the silence on those engines. This isn't a game setting thing, is it? Sorry, I'm just going to check this. Volume. Music's been... No. Everything's fine. Like... If I apply that and then just put that back to 50 again and apply it again. No. Nope, that didn't do it. Something weird. Yeah, I'm really hoping this ship... I have high hopes that this ship can do all of them but Tylo. That's my high hopes. And then it's going to need the support of that other lander to get our Kerbals back from Tylo's surface. But I'm a little more encouraged now that this is making some sense. We got our rookie crew, remember? We can blame it on them. Blame it on our rookie crew. Okay. And then I'll set up the rest of this ejection out the Jool, and then we'll also do the same for the lander. Hopefully the rest of this will go. This is the thing, though, is like I built this so long ago, I forget the things I did. All right. Closing in on the end of this. Like these low thrust to weight vehicles to take a long, long time. Let's take the time warp off. Sun's coming up. Oh, I realize another issue. Oh my god, issues. See what I can... Okay, let's reduce this. The next issue I just caught occurred to me. I was looking at that lander and an issue just occurred to me that's a minor issue, to be honest, but an issue nonetheless. Okay, I'm going to try and get this down to 0 and cut it. I'm cutting it. There we go. Okay, so my minor issue with this lander is that it's docked here at the end of the plane, but for this plane's designed to land, well, not designed, but it's going to land on lathe. That's the plan. But I got to take the lander off, and I got nothing else to dock it to, so I'll have to sort of... Well, I don't know. Maybe I can get an engineer to move this docking port. I don't know. Whatever. That's a later problem. That's not a now problem. Okay, so now what I need to do is fix this maneuver. So it's coming right back towards that periapsis again. And now we're going to be Oh, I can see we're hitting the moon. That's never encouraging. But it's now too big. Now let's take a look at this. Oh, there's hardly any normal components. So I should be able to just take off about 450 off of this. Should be in the right ballpark. So that would be 443. So just go 4. Tab that. Okay, so now let's set Jool as a target. Let's see if we can fiddle with this. Got back on the maneuver. There we go. Wasn't too tough to get it back. Okay, let's see what our encounter with Jool is like. Yeah, that's good enough. We'll be doing that again. We'll be tweaking. So what I'm going to do now, let's get back to here, is so we got this nice elliptical orbit. We took care of some of the energy that's required for our ejection. Now what I want to do is put another maneuver to do another 450. This one I'm going to pop ahead a few orbits on me. So again, about 450 meters per second. Why don't I just type that in? There's an idea. There we go. Yeah, then that's way out there. But what I want to do is pop this ahead of orbit. So where is this? This one. And get it closer to when we're actually going to do our ejection. So there. And eventually, is it messed up in some way? It's not going ahead of orbits, is it? I don't see this. Oh, it's changing it. It doesn't feel like node in time. What are you doing to me? Oh, it's way out here. I am... Why is my maneuver? Oh, I'm on the second one. For goodness sakes. I want to be on the first one. Oh my gosh. There we go. That's the one I want to pop ahead in orbit, dummy. There we are. That's what I'm looking for. Come back. Okay, I'm gonna... Okay, I think I messed up the... Let's just delete this first maneuver and try this again. Okay, so this should be right on periapsis. Just like that. That should be getting us our Jool encounter still, right? No. How did this get messed up? Oh, because I was pop... What if I brought... I messed up that thing with Jool because I was hitting the wrong one. Start burning 1 year. Why does it start burning 1 year? Why'd you do this to me? Can I edit the raw time? I can. I'm gonna have to edit the raw time here. Won't let me type anything in there. Really? Sorry, folks, but I think I just messed up my Jool encounter, and I don't think It's because I was on the wrong maneuver and I was hitting. And this is going to drive me crazy to get this back. Why can't I edit the raw time? I don't think it's letting me... Oh, that was a... Okay, I'm going to have to do this because I got a feeling if I... Shoot. I got a feeling if I selected Jool, it's not going to put it back for me. No. It doesn't like... Cannot transfer because my eccentricity... It doesn't like it. So what I'm going to have to do... Make a new maneuver. Pop ahead in time. My anger voice is coming in. It's got to go in ahead in time in like 35... Oh my god, 35 days. Yeah, I got to wipe the nodes and start again. That's what I'm seeing in the... Thank you, Philip. Yep. But that's frustrating. That's frustrating. I know it was around 1,400... 15 meters per second. I'm a little frustrated it doesn't let you just directly edit the time. I don't understand why not. But I knew as soon as I deleted it, I knew that... something like that. I knew as soon as I deleted it that the maneuver node won't... The little maneuver tool thing won't let me do it. Won't let me make another one because it doesn't like it when you're in an eccentric orbit. So it's coming back. See, we're getting it. Focus the view on Jool. Back on the maneuver. I'll just adjust this timing to get it as close as I can to Jool. I might be able to make a better one than what the original was. It's not entirely out of the question. There we go. We're getting it back. A little more prograde here. A little more... I noticed it had some normal. I don't know if I want to put much normal into it. Oh, that's making a difference. I'll leave it at that. Whoops, 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 whoops. Said I leave it at that, and then I keep going, but I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, so there's our maneuver back. I don't think that's the same one that it originally had. But now, what I want to do, we'll try this again. Oh my golly. So, put a maneuver here. We're going to... You know what I'm also going to do? I'm going to do a quick save in case I botch this again that I can just revert back here. Put it right on the old maneuver. Put in about 450 meters per second again. Where I'm getting the 450 from is because it takes about 950 to eject yourself from the from Kerbin's SOI. So I'm just splitting that in half and coming down a little bit. Okay, so I want this maneuver, maneuver 1, to be further into the future. Yeah. Now it's making some more sense. And I don't want this one to be years in the future. Nope. Now, when's this happening? This is happening. I'm going to be... Oh, that's still well... Yep. What I should do is just gotta be careful also for getting stupid moon encounters as well. Where's this one? Still right. Okay. Go around again, because the less you go around, the less of a chance of you getting an idiot moon encounter and it completely messing you up. I think I'm getting close to where I want to be. Okay. All right, we're very close here. So here's the plan. In about... I'm just tweaking this very slightly. I think I'm going to leave it now. So in about 27 days, I'm going to put myself into this elliptical orbit. Then in about... That'll get me to come around. And in about 53 days, I'm going to be doing that guy. And then that will get me out towards Jool. So I want to set an alarm. Yeah, let's create an alarm for this first maneuver that's coming up. Not a manual alarm, a maneuver alarm. I'm gonna give me like 15 minutes of warning. So that maneuver is coming up in 25 days. Let's now go to our Tylo lander and do much the same thing. Get this show onto the road. Get this show onto the road. Switch to the Tylo lander. Yes, that is the very reason why to use a mod like Precise Node. I agree. Yep. Well, actually, it wasn't so much precise, the maneuver nodes. It was really this maneuver tool thing. I mean, it's nice that it's there at all. The earlier versions of KSP didn't have this at all. But there are way better tools for plotting interplanetary courses than that. All right, so what we're going to do here is much the same thing. Much the same thing. So we're going to go around where that maneuver is. We'll try not to mess this up this time. I'm going to put in about 450 meters per second into this. There we go. We're going to adjust it just ever so slightly. I want to make sure that the two periapsi are right, so I adjust the timing. Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? Okay, never mind. So we're just going to adjust the size of this burn to get it here. Come back, come back. That's it. So the idea of, again, this one is putting ourselves into an elliptical orbit. We're going to be able to do all this on our stupid stage. That's all right. And this is only a 22-second burn thanks to the monsters here. Yeah, let's, again, quick save. We'll do that right now. So let's just get to it. Lock that onto the maneuver node. Going to make its way there. I hope this thing becomes a lot more nimble after we lose these. And in fact, after this burn, there's only going to be 5 or 6 meters per second left in this stage, so I might just lose these anyway. I don't really see the point of hanging on to them anymore. Okay. So we went from like a over 4-minute burn to a 22-second burn because I still got these things, but then we'll lose them. All right, so there we go. 15. 3, 2, and go. Whoa, 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 whoa! This is even with this thrust turned down, this thing is a wild ride. Oh my golly. Hang on, everybody. I should have actually gone to a much lower thrust and started earlier, but that's okay. That's okay. Here, let's reduce the thrust. That was a wild ride. Okay. Can't see the flame, but it is still burning there. Okay, it's 3, 2, 1. That's good enough. Okay, we're going to get rid of that. There's only 5 meters per second in these. I don't think they're worth hanging on to anymore, so we're going to stage. Let's just make sure all that staging makes sense. It does. There we go. Goodbye. Okay, and now we got 4,432. Oh, I should eat. Oh, wait. Check. Oh, yes, that's right. Thrust limiting. Okay, let's eject. Let's stage again. There we go. Oh. Well, I don't know what that is. Oh, I know why. Yeah. Okay, so and we'll put up the thrust limiters on all of these guys. As somebody pointed out to me, they were all off. And I think these fellas in here are all off too. Yep. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then the one in the middle. Yep. Okay. Alright, so this is all set. Our next burn is too high by about 450. Did I do some major miscalculating or something? Well, one thing at a time. Why won't it let me... Oh, wait, I gotta go to map view. That's right. Then I can select the maneuver. Take off. What is this 4,437 meter per second burn? It says 1,800. I don't get that. Okay, I'm going to take off about 450. So again, that's going to be about 44 here. Everything is so weird. There we go. I don't know. I don't understand that. I'm going to put that back onto periapsis. Okay. We're just going to check to see how we're doing with Jool. Let's set Jool as a target. Looks like it's still pretty good. And we'll view from here. How is our approach here on Jool? We can tweak this just a little bit. Okay, I'm happy with that. Well, that's a Jool Kerschmacker right there. Okay, then what we'll do, same plan as before. I'm going to quick save in case I botch this again. Let's turn off the plane because the plane is kind of bothering me. And we're going to put another maneuver right here. We're going to put about 450 meters per second into that maneuver to create another elliptical orbit. And then that second maneuver, we're going to pop it ahead orbits. So it's close to when this orbit's going to be, which is in 49 days. So orbits that way. That's it. And you always want to look ahead for moon encounters and all of that nastiness. Let's see if I can come around one more time. Might not. It still says 49 days. Yep. Yeah, let's go one more time around, I think. Nope, that's enough. All right, so what I'm going to do is adjust this orbit to get that periapsis back, or that maneuver right back there on periapsis. That's pretty darn good there, I think. We'll adjust it after this. So again, this is going to be in 31 days. Yep, we're going to do this burn, put ourselves in this elliptical orbit. Oh, got moon encounter. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Oh, that might go away if I go to here and here and take off about another 450. So this should only be about 1,000. I'm just seeing that moon encounter. I'm trying to... Oh, it makes it worse. Okay, let's go back to maneuver 1. Let's change the timing of this. So we want to come backwards now. Come closer. See if that loses that moon encounter. Still got a moon encounter. Backwards again. Oh, but of course the timing of that's always going to be the frickin' same. Shoot. Might just have to deal with that. It looks like we're on the right side of the moon, as in we're actually getting a little bit of an... I think I'm just going to deal with the moon encounter. So our ejection is just getting into hitting the moon. I think what I'm just going to do is just kind of deal. We'll deal with that. That's a future problem. Okay. So we got a maneuver coming up in 31 days. Again, we'll use this alarm here. Create maneuver. 15 minutes warning. All right, so this is the one that's coming first. All right, so let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do some ejecting. Do some ejecting and send these folks. Send these folks out towards Jool. Okay, so this one's coming up. Is this all making sense? You know what? Keep this. Actually, can I open that? Yes. No. There. Okay. Bump. Yeah. Let's quick save again. Doing some time warping. Oh, this is taking a little while. Change the view to free. Is that a little bit better? Wah! Don't forget to put your 450 back in somewhere. I think I did. I think I got the 450 all sorted out. We'll see. I think these two alarms now are largely useless. Well, this one for sure is. It's like in a year. Here, get rid of this. That's doing nothing. Okay. I think I might have messed up that alarm, because I'm still 2 days away. That's okay. Still 2 days away. The other maneuver is still 6 days away. I might have just messed up setting up that alarm, so I'm just going to do this manually now. All right, how are we doing? Okay, so this maneuver should still be here, and then we'll fix that one afterwards. Yep, that's all working. That's all making sense. So it's a 4-minute and 45-second burn. lock that onto the maneuver node. All right. So ejection burn number 2, and then the other one's just a few more days. I like that these are kind of out of sync with each other. We'll see what happens when we get our 2 Jool burns. They might be very close to each other. Okay, this is settling in. Thank you, Bixby. All right, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And we are off. And I don't even... What is the thrust to weight ratio right now? 0.16. The other one has a much... I think has a much higher thrust to weight ratio. Okay, we can put on the auto time warp here. So again, just to sort of explain, because I think this kind of stuff is sort of confusing. So we put ourselves in this elliptical orbit. That was about half of the energy it takes to get out of Kerbin's SOI. And now I'm doing a burn that's getting us into this elliptical orbit, which is most of the way out of Kerbin's SOI. And then when we come down to periapsis, we're going to do that final ejection and hopefully get ourselves a Jool encounter. That is the whole plan. Okay. And again, working with the silent engines. The TWR of this does slowly improve as we start losing stages. So there is that. And losing these massive nerve engines. So I can definitely see we're going to be extending this into another stream. So there will be another stream. Wherever I end up finishing off with this one, I'll pick up where I left off next Thursday. Next Thursday's stream will be a regular length stream, not one of these, you know, double ones. But we'll definitely, at the very least, have everybody heading off towards Jool. And these folks will slowly get more experience as we keep moving along. They should be easily level 3s by the time we're in Jool. Pretty sure they'll be level 3s, maybe even level 4s. Well, they're going to be going in a lot of SOIs. I mean, and we're going to be visiting the SOIs of every single moon. Like, these guys should be level 5s by the time this is done. Easy. Easy. Okay, coming towards the end of this. Still a lot of fuel left in this bottom stage. Okay. All right, taking off the time warp. Reducing throttle. And that's good enough. Okay, so we are now in another one, but this is definitely going to be messed up. We need to put this maneuver back onto the periapsis. It always ends up getting off there, but that's okay. And now we should be able to finagle a Jool. We need to take out a lot of delta V, probably make this only about 1,000 now. All right, and let's tweak that Jool encounter. And this is going to be our sort of final sweep on this. So this one I want to make. The other one I was just sort of generally, you know, getting it good enough. But this one I most certainly want it to be. Yeah, not sure I'm helping with the fiddling with the normal. You know what? I think I'll just get it to here, and then we'll do a correction. Mid-course corrections aren't cheap. Yeah. I'm not even sure like why. What's this? If I take out the 178 and just make it, I can put that back 0. What's that look like if I take that out? That might have been a mistake. Oh, yeah, I see what that does. So, okay, so let's put it back. Negative 178. Yeah, this is helping. So I'm putting in more of the normal. I normally don't do that, but I mean, it did it for me. But I'm noticing this is helping. And oh yeah, we're getting nice and close to Jool here. There we go. Smack. We'll do with that. Yeah. Yeah, and it didn't add too much to the burn, so that was fine. Okay, we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that. We'll do a correction on the way here. The correction should be small. That burn's coming up in 26 days and 4 hours. So let's set up an alarm for that maneuver. Again, 15 minutes of warning. Add that alarm. So it's 26 days and 4 hours and something. That makes perfect sense. Okay. And that will be our final Jool ejection. Let's get back to our Tylo lander. A lot of bouncing back and forth. All right, so here we are here. Yeah, we just got to get to doing this. So this is a 3 minute and 15-second burn. I'm going to do a quick save again. There's our alarms here. Let's get to it. Let's put it on free again. And we get that nice warpy warp effect. Well, this shouldn't be too much. We did most of our time warping with the other one. A little faster. Whoop. Okay, delete that, set you on a maneuver node. So in that amount of time, our other vessel must be on its way out. Where's our other? There's our other vessel on its way out here. It's always the moon that messes me up. Be careful of that. Okay, we got this burn coming up in 14 minutes. So let's get to that. These should all be full. Noticing this is... Oh. Not sure. Oh well, whatever. Used up some of the fuel there. I'm not sure when I did that. Should be good. Alright. And this doesn't make any. Let's get rid of that alarm. That alarm's not doing anything. Because we've changed that maneuver so many times. Okay. And 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and go. This monstrosity is on the way. You can give it some time warping. And then this is the one where there was some nonsense going on with the moon. We'll have to see if we can work with that. Hopefully work around that. I know it's possible to get a gravity assist from the moon, but to be honest, in my experience, the moon mostly just messes me up. You know what I should do too is there should be an antenna on here somewhere. There it is. We're going to need that at some point. Not quite yet, but I might as well do it now while I'm thinking about it. Hopefully that's not too close to that booster. We got crap going below us. We did leave a lot of debris, didn't we? This thing has a healthier, what's this thrust? 0.24, so it's a little bit oomfier. Ah, moon messing up nodes. I like that. Okay. Getting to the end of... Beauty. There we go. Okay, so how did that work out for this? There we are. So we need to take this maneuver. Bring it back to here again. And we are going by the moon. At least we are going by the moon on the prograde side. So the moon is actually giving us a little bit of a help. We are still getting a Jool encounter, so that's encouraging. So worst comes to worst, we can just live with what we got and do the fix in interplanetary space. But let's see if we can do something with this right here. So shouldn't be much. I think. Do I need to bring it back? Yeah. Okay. That's a sun apoapsis. Somewhere there's a moon periapsis I want to keep an eye on. This wouldn't be good if this is like going through the center of the moon right now. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna live with that if that's okay at the moon's end. So we're buzzing by the moon. The moon is, yeah, but we're going to be a healthy distance away from it, but it doesn't seem to be messing us up too much. So that's good. All right, so that is a 987 meter per second burn. The moon is giving us a little bit of a boost. Nice. And we'll add on. What am I doing here? Alarms, silly alarms. Create an alarm. Again for the maneuver. Give me 15 minutes warning. Add that alarm. Who's winning? Who's winning? This one's coming up in... This guy wins. You are the winner. Okay, so we're staying with you. And the other one's coming up in 23 days. Okay, so... Back to here. Oh, we are here. Are we going to do one or two? We're going to be doing a few orbits. Why don't we watch it from here? Okay, so F5 again before I start time warping. Let's start time warping. I think we're gonna be doing a couple of orbits. Yeah, we're going around twice. I suspect this guy's gonna go around twice too. I think this is easier than watching it from here. As long as this wrecking ball that we call the moon, jeepers creepers, see, we're not coming too far from it there. Okay, and then around and around. Up on the hang time up here again. Moon goes by. And this is going to be it. As we come down here, this should be this alarm coming off. Yeah. Okay. And this is it. This is the final push. The final push to Jool for this vessel. Okay. And 2 and 1. Okay, lock that onto the maneuver node. Turn you in a friendly direction here. All right. Final push. The other thing splitting up this burn does, other than making it more efficient, is when you do these, you can see now I'm kind of pointing down towards Kerbin, so this is going to lower my periapsis a bit, not a lot. But if you do it like a really long burn, you do actually stand the chance of lowering your periapsis right down into the atmosphere, and that never goes well. But this is, here, let's just start this up. Boom. Okay. This is all about doing as much of this ejection as close to Kerbin as you can. The more you can split it up, the better. Unfortunately, we're going to be, if we look at our trajectory, oh, it already is. We've already ejected ourselves out, so did as much as we could. You know, now we're not coming back. Okay, let's do some time warping here. Do another one. 3 time warp. Oh my gosh, this one's taking a long one. The next one's going to be longer. Going through the SOI will sometimes mech up. Yes, when it's doing that many, Pedrog's saying that if I do that many, sometimes when you cross the SOI, what the prediction will get messed up, which is completely true, but it shouldn't get messed up too much. And we should be able to fix it once we're in interplanetary space, regardless. There's our moon. There's our moon messing us up. Or giving us a boost. I shouldn't say, you're being nice, moon. Nice, moon. Nice, moon saving us fuel, actually. The one thing I always make sure of is I'm with the vessels when they cross SOIs. I don't want to let the game's conic predictions make those predictions for me. All right, we are now saying goodbye to Kerbin. We shall see you later. Well, this vessel will never see Kerbin again, to be honest. It will be left behind. It'll be left, if everything goes well, this will be left in orbit of Tylo. Okay, I want to take the time warp off. I want to watch this from Jool's perspective. Should have came out here already. Focus view here. Okay. reduce this throttle pretty soon. And hopefully we'll see a trajectory here. Oh, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Here it comes. And cut. Fine, fine, fine with that. We can deal with that through a mid-course correction. Let's get back to our vessel here. We are scooting past the moon, but at a healthy 658 kilometer altitude. That should be fine. Okay, we are very likely we're scooting. We are trucking it. We're going to be getting at the moon in 50 minutes, and this is not for another 4 days. So let's go say hi to the moon. Where are you, moon? There you are. Let's go say hi. It's like we're aiming straight at it, but we are going to be missing it a little bit. Okay, about to... Whoa, 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 that was the SOI cross. And we'll be out the other side in 26 minutes. Actually, we're going to be out of Kerbin before these guys are doing their burn. Okay, saying goodbye to the moon. Heading out here. Okay. And, oh, that's a pretty picture right there. How is our Jool encounter still looking? Is it still looking okay? Oh, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. So now we got just a day and an hour. Now does that... There we go. Set that alarm. Yep. Okay. Forgot that you can do that. So let's get out of the SOI. We are going very quickly. It took less than a day. A little over a day, actually. Sorry for all of that. And final SOI change here. There we go. Okay, we are now officially orbiting the sun. And we will be at Jool in 2 years and 339 days. But to be honest, this guy needs to make a correction. Remember, its target is Tylo, so we're going to figure all that stuff out. But I think that, that's going to be for next week. I'm just going to get both of these two vessels on their way to Jool, and we'll do their mid-course corrections and all of that kind of stuff. But in the meantime, these folks are on their way back down to Kerbin, and when they get there, they're going to be doing their final burn. So let's do that. Now this is a 10-minute and 22-second burn, so this one's a little more intense. I think we're upside down. It feels like I'm going around retrograde. There we go. Of course, there's no upside down. Relative, you know, north on top. That's what I want. The stream is going to be going... I'm going to get these folks out of this SOI, and then I'm going to call it. So I would say probably about another 5 minutes or so. Oh, no, it's a 10-minute burn. Well, I'll time warp through the burn, though. So once these folks have left... Actually, once we get this burn out of the way, I think I'm going to call it. Okay. So we are almost at the end here for this, and then we'll be picking this up next week. Next week is going to be exciting because all of these folks are going to be arriving at Jool. Our vessels will be arriving at Jool. We're going to be trying to land on all the moons. I'm hoping, I really am, despite my... real lack of preparation. I'm really hoping that this mission will be capable of landing on every moon. And we'll take this counter up here. And we'll hopefully be adding 5 to it. Nothing got added to it today, but... There we go. That's the view I want. So 2 minutes to the burn. You can see how much I'm pointing down towards the planet. That always bugs me, but you know, I have to trust it. I have to trust it. Periapsis is still at a very healthy height, so it should be okay. And we're still not... Oh, we are losing a stage. Yes, we are. We're going to be staging partway through this, so I'll have to be on the alert for that. We're going to be losing these guys. I think I've checked the staging multiple times, so... should be good. Okay, we're just about there. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Wow, there is a crazy normal component here, isn't there? I am just really noticing that now for the first time. I will have faith in the node. But it feels very, very weird. Okay, we're definitely going to be doing some physics warping, because there's going to be several minutes. We're going to stage right towards the end of the burn. You can imagine what this would have been like if I tried to do this all in one big go. That would have been bonkers. Again, are these folks already on their way out? They are already leaving Jool. Let's actually set up our looky look at Jool again, so we can be all ready for that. Look at all those lovely moons! Lovely moons! Okay. Alright, let's go to 4 times physics warp. Let's get a little nervous, but it seems to be okay. Any idea for the 15th flag yet? Well, the 15th flag will be Eve. Do I have any idea what that mission will be like? Nope. Haven't thought about it at all. It'll be like everything else I do. It'll be half-baked and hope for the best type of thing. But I intentionally left Eve for last because Eve is the most challenging planet. It's a dead easy planet to land on. It is a challenging planet to return from. Specifically, it's a challenging planet to get back into orbit from. So yeah, I'll have to think about that. This finally might have to be retired. This thing. for getting to Eve. All right, we are off, and I'm going to be taking off the time warp when I get close to this staging event. Reduce the time warp a little bit. You can see it over here by the delta V remaining. Alright, let's take the time warp right off, and we're going to be watching for some engines to flame out. Should be these 2 engines here. Should flame out, and then we got a stage. Yep. Okay, didn't... There we go. The double stage there. There, that went on all right. That went on all right. Okay, now we're on to... Those are permanent debris. Well, they'll be orbiting the sun. Permanent debris in orbit about the sun. Okay, a little more physics warping again. Okay. And yep. Okay. Just gonna get ready to take the timer, and then we'll watch it from Jool. We'll finish that part off. Make sure we got ourselves a nice Jool intercept. This thing. Oh no, it's gonna be missing. Yeah, this one's missing the moon. All right. Yeah. Let's get out. This one should be missing the moon by a healthy. Oh, that's not helpful. Oh, where the moon is. Okay, let's watch this from Jool. Again, we're going to watch this trajectory come in. I feel like I just watched my trajectory go by. Am I crazy? Is this coming back? Is this coming back? No, cut. I'm not sure what happened there. But there is my Jool intercept out here. I'm not sure how. Let's spin around. Let's deal with this right now. Somehow we overcooked that. I thought I came out here in a healthy amount of time. But we're just going to spin around here. See if I can not get this back. Actually, I could have used RCS too. Oh well. I have plenty of RCS. Now I'm in the process of spinning around. It's funny, I came out here and then all of a sudden I could see it like going away. Where are you going? Where are you going? So let's just see if we can not bring this back a little bit right now. Here we go. A little bit retrograding here. Come back! Come back to us! There we go. Kerschmack and Jool. That's going to be obviously like a few years into the future. But what I think it's really going to be, of course, is going to be next week. So next week, we will be tweaking these folks' trajectories. We'll be getting them to Jool. We will be landing on at least some of the moons, hopefully. But, and hopefully we'll be able to do that all in one stream. We'll see how we go. Again, I'm bound and determined to land on all 5 of those Jool moons. We'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, everybody have themselves a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you all next Thursday. Bye, everybody.